Welcome to KXNews on the Go. I'm Chance Stickland.
And I'm Amber French.
We have an update this morning on the missing Spirit Lake woman case we told you first about earlier this week.
Spirit Lake tribal officials say Danica White has been found dead. Tribal officials say that Danica's body was recovered from the water just before 3 o'clock Wednesday afternoon.
Danica was reported missing on November 1st after calling 911 and saying she needed some help. The call then dropped, but police were able to trace it to the Fort Totten area, later launching a larger scale search effort.
That search covered nearly 15,000 acres involving 22 federal, state, and tribal agencies before her body was found. Officials have not yet released details surrounding her disappearance or the official cause of death.
Tribal leaders do say that at this time, no foul play is suspected.
We also have an update on a missing woman out of Valley City.
According to the Barnes County Sheriff's Office, 76-year-old Margaret Stoltz was considered a vulnerable adult. She's 5'3", weighs 150 pounds, and has gray chin-length hair and brown eyes.
In a Facebook post by the Sheriff's Office, she was located safe and is now with her family. The Barnes County Sheriff's Office extended their thanks to everyone who helped make finding her possible. November 6th will now be known as Youth Works Days in North Dakota.
Governor Kelly Armstrong made the proclamation to recognize the organization's 40 years of service to homeless, runaway, trafficked, and at-risk youth across the state. The day also coincides with National Youth Hope Month, which raises awareness about homelessness, outreach, prevention, and education efforts nationwide. Youth Work serves the communities in Bismarck, Fargo, Minot, Grand Forks, and Dickinson.
The governor's proclamation highlights Youth Works' commitment to ensuring that vulnerable youth have safe places in their homes, schools, and communities, and its ongoing effort to adapt to the evolving needs of young people in the region. Good morning, Andre.
And good morning to you too, Amber and Chance. And looking at the Magic City right now, we're looking at those overcast skies here across the Magic City so far. And guess what? The current temperature is at 30 degrees and the winds are out of the north at 17 miles per hour. But as we head over into Garrison, we're also seeing those overcast conditions with the temperature right at the freezing mark at 32 degrees and the winds are out of the north-northeast at 10 miles per hour. Now looking ahead, folks, we will be watching for those rain and snow chances throughout the next 24 hours, and also the colder temperatures will invade the viewing area too, and we will be seeing those rebounding temperatures as we head into next week. Now, we had our cold front move through late last night to this morning, and that's ushered in the cooler air here across our neck of the woods. And then we're going to be watching this area low pressure here in the form of Clipper system, and that is going to be providing us with those snow and rain chances later on today and into our Saturday morning. Now, looking at our current storm team radar, we are looking at those overcast skies with a little bit of flurry action in our south and eastern counties, but that's starting to wane on down as we speak, leaving us with those overcast conditions. But as we head over into our current temperatures, our temperatures right now are mainly in the 30s at this time, exception there in Mobridge, which is at 46 degrees, and there are Tortola Mountain at 27 degrees, so you may need that light jacket as you head out and about. Now, as far as the snow and rainfall timing throughout the day today, here's our precision cast here, kind of overdoing it at this time for the time being, but it's giving us an overall feel of the atmosphere at this time. Now, as we get into 11 o'clock, we will be seeing those overcast conditions here across our neck of the woods. And once we get into around 3 o'clock, that's when we can expect those rain and snow showers to enter into the western side of the state. And by the time we get into our 7 o'clock hour, it starts to move into the Highway 83 corridor. So that is something we're going to be paying close attention to. So if you're traveling during the evening hours, make sure that you're driving slowly and safely. And by the time we get into around 11 o'clock, it starts to move its way into the eastern side of the state. And then meanwhile, the back end of this area low pressure will start to move into the northwestern part of the state. And by the time we get into our 3 o'clock hour, the main portion of the event will start to take place, and we will see those conditions start to be on the rain and snowy side there in Dickinson, potentially here in the Magic City, and even here around the capital city as well. And that's going to dwindle into around our 7 o'clock hour in the morning on Saturday, and then kind of come to an end once we get into 11 and 12 o'clock o'clock on Saturday morning and into the afternoon. Now, the amount of snow we're expecting will be between a trace to an inch in most locations, maybe 1 to 2 inches if we get that banding to set up properly. So we're going to be watching that very closely. So make sure you tune in to KX News and the KX Storm Team for the latest on this. Now, our highs for today will mainly be in the 30s and the 40s, so quite colder than what we were seeing yesterday. And once we get into tonight, temperatures will drop on down into the 20s, so it's going to be a very cold night in store for us here. Now, looking here in Williston on our Saturday, we will see those temperatures remain in the 30s. And look at that, Saturday night, single digits, y'all. It's going to be quite a cold time around here, and that's going to continue into our Sunday with those 30s. And by the time we get into our Monday and Tuesday, we will see a resurgence in temperatures into the low to mid 50s with mainly sunny skies. So we're going to be seeing wet snow, and that is just in time for our Veterans Day on Tuesday. And that same thing goes here in the Dickinson area as well. Now, looking here in the Magic City, we're going to be seeing 30s today, 20s tomorrow, and then 30s for our Sunday, and then the resurgent temperatures as we head into early to mid next week with mid 40s to low 50s during this time period. And that same thing goes here in the capital city too, with a very nice Veterans Day in store for us. So it looks like we got cold and potentially snowy conditions over the next few days.
Yeah, it's kind of up and down, a cold weekend, and then we kind of get back into the 50s by the middle part of next week, Andre.
A little sneak peek.
That's right. All right, for Amber, for Andre over there, I'm Chance, for our entire production team and everyone here at KX News. I say it every day, let's make it a great day.